The Financial Times reports that 2 of Europe's most senior female bankers are calling for decisive action to promote women's careers in economics and banking. And from a question I asked Tom Peters on Clubhouse 10 days ago, his answer is clear. They're not alone. Given the positive impact gender balance can have on an organisation, this is an important area for strategic workforce planning to consider. Those companies that don't embrace a more balanced workforce risk losing out on a significant talent pool, as well as having a negative impact on the quality of their decision making, not to mention what they may do when your business model rely on purchase decisions from women. Executive board member of the central bank, Isabel Schnabel, is often the only woman in meetings, but believes having another woman present would make such a big difference to the tone of discussions and how decisions are reached. But this understanding is by no means new. It's something other companies like Uber have also recognized. Tony Oest, Uber's chief legal officer, recently talked about diverse teams are stronger teams and recognized that the research is quite clear that diverse teams make better decisions, they bring perspectives into the room that are very important, they can lead to more financially successful firms and companies. But despite the clear evidence that's been around for a long time, the time it would take for things to change without intervention is too long for Schnabel. Hence, why she believes some kind of positive discrimination is needed to redress the historical imbalances. Whilst the European Central Bank has no direct control over who individual nations appoint to represent them, they have in the past also missed their own internal ECB targets for increasing the share of female managers. The data clearly illustrates how men have consistently been promoted more often than women at the ECB in recent years. Of course, it remains to be seen how they fare versus their current objectives to increase the percentage of women managers from 30 to 36 by 2026. The plan to address this includes every selection committee to have at least 2 women, make senior managers accountable for hitting gender targets, and a commitment that half of most appointments should be female, and this includes a policy of encouraging women to apply. But it's not just Schnabel who's tired of this issue and calling for change. Margarita Delgado, Deputy Governor of the Bank of Spain, has also noticed that there is a problem with women not putting themselves forward for promotions as often as men. In addition to coaching and mentoring, this is something that she believes needs a strategy if you're ever to improve the number of women managers. Delgado's Bank of Spain is performing better than many of its counterparts, with total parity of the sexes on the governing council and 40% of women on the executive commission, which is possibly why they have set goals targeted at improving the representation of women in certain departments rather than top-level targets. And this is perhaps in keeping with Schnabel's beliefs that it's about equality of opportunity, not equality of outcome, noting that a 50% hard quota of women isn't necessarily right for every job. Clearly, this is an important area for strategic workforce planning. It's an issue so many organizations and businesses face and something which is within their power to address. It will undoubtedly improve organizational outcomes if they would consider the issue from a strategic perspective and take action to practice what they preach and do something about it. Interventions and a strategic workforce plan are clearly needed now. The solutions won't be the same for all businesses, but it will make those organizations who embrace it stronger and more agile. And there are more on this topic to come, not least expanding on the timeline that Tom Peters set out to have the gender balance addressed.